So I had a follow-up appointment with my doctor this last week for my transition.
How'd that go?
Now, this would normally be a segment in our unbracketed episodes, but we're not doing one of those for a little while. So, had it was actually it was a great appointment overall. So it's been about 3 months since I started medically transitioning. That sound about right?
Sure.
Sure.
Cool. Glad you're following along.
I don't even know what I had for breakfast like 2 hours ago. I don't know how long anything's been, man. My schedule is so crazy. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Um, so I did the whole thing, which is the opposite if you're watching on YouTube of what I did today. I got ready and shit for this doctor's appointment, right? Wearing, full face makeup, um, fun outfit. I had this green sweater that I really love that I wore, and I go in, and I've had the same medical assistant since I started going to this doctor. She's awesome. Her name's Sid. Not trying to dox her or anything, but she's just very cool. And she came and picked me up from like the lobby area, and
Carried you to
just
the back.
like that would be awesome. And then brought me back, put me in the room. We talked a little bit about like what's going on for Thanksgiving and what's going on for the holidays, and um, she's just a cool person. So then she leaves, and my doctor comes in. And the first thing that my doctor says, first of all, I want to just back up for a moment. The doctor that I've been going to for the last few months is fucking gorgeous. Like she is, obviously smart because she's a doctor, so that helps a little bit. But also just really, really pretty, and just cool, like just down to earth. Kind of seems like the good people. She walked in, and the first thing she said was, "Oh my god, you look hot," and I was like, "Fuck yeah." I feel so good about myself. And then we chatted, and yeah, so I upped my increase, or I upped my increase. I increased my dosage of estrogen, and so started that, and then went and got like my labs done and stuff. And she wanted me to increase my like testosterone suppressant as well, because my testosterone's a little bit high still. But I have been on a very low dosage of estrogen. I've learned like it's a very low dosage. So the increased amount is 4 times the amount that I was on before. And I'm on patches. And the patch that I had before was literally like, it's like this big. The new patch that I have is this big.
So by four times the dosage, 4 times the patch.
Dude, it is, yeah, it is much larger. But yeah, it was a good update, good check-in. Like I said, she redid my labs. Um, and I don't know if y'all have had like your hormone levels checked. You're both old, so it wouldn't surprise me if you would have checked your testosterone. No?
No, I don't think so.
Damn, because I cannot remember what she said the correct like levels are. Either way, still got a ways to go, but
At some point,
it
you're just
was
gonna have
overall it
like
was a big.
a whole medicated sleeve. You just put your arm
Yeah.
in, just all the way up.
So this is it. Yeah, no, and I was talking to my other friend who's wearing 4 of these patches a day,
Holy shit! How do
and I'm
you
like,
how do you
that
find the
seems
real estate on your body to do that?
well. So there are. I've asked this a couple times. There are a couple different places you're supposed to put the patches because the skin absorbs more because it's a transdermal thing, and so one of them is like below on like the lower abdomen. It explicitly says a couple inches below the belly button, but make sure that it's not in the waistline.
What? That's the.
Yeah,
I gotta just
that's
tuck it up under my folds.
That's basically how I felt. Or the ass. The ass cheek is also apparently a very absorbent place.
Just
So
one on each cheek.
just well, one on each cheek and then bottom of the feet. Anyway, yeah, so overall, it's a little bit of an update. I feel like shit today, in case you're watching this video. I don't look good. I'm looking at myself in the camera, and I don't look
I did.
don't look
I did
healthy.
say just before we started recording that you look like a Scooby-Doo character that just saw the ghost. Like you have a paleness to you that only is
Yeah.
captured in Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
I don't eat well, and keep in mind, I've been doing some laser hair removal, and so in order to start that on my face, I've had to put sunscreen on my face every day so that I'm not like getting sunned.
I like your scientific explanation. Please go on.
And so I think that has contributed a little bit to the paleness, but I don't even have my like light on that normally shines in my own face. This is just the standard right now.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the side effects of whatever's affecting you at the moment. Has your body can't focus on pigmentation right now because it's busy fighting the virus.
No. It's busy fighting the virus and trying to allow in the lady moans.
The copious amounts of estrogen you're feeding it.
Yeah, I got my COVID shot and my flu shot when I picked up my prescription.
Were those also in the butt cheeks, like right beside the patches?
No, my patch is on my abdomen, but it's not like very far below my belly button. But I do think I'm gonna have to start putting it on my ass because, like, it is literally where my pants sit. Like, I cannot. I don't know how else to do it. No, those were in my arm. My arm is still sore. I got that on Friday morning, I think. Oh my god.
I'm getting mine tomorrow, and you're giving me a lot to look forward to.
I had my flu shot earlier this year. I haven't gotten my COVID yet.
I don't have time for side effects, though. I can't do what you're doing. I don't have the time for it.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think you should cancel it if you're worried about feeling like this.
I have so much between now and Thanksgiving, and then the week after. Matt, we're so excited to have you for Thanksgiving. You're gonna come help me paint a room that day while you're here. Just
you're painting a room on Thanksgiving?
No, not on Thanksgiving.
It's very bold.
No, but I've got it's on my to-do list by next Wednesday. I don't know how I'm gonna have time to do it. Anyway, that's.
I mean, I'll help you.
No, we got.
But I do plan on coming to your place and being like, I was telling Dan last night, I got to get a couple outfits because I've got 3 commitments in the next few weeks.
Nice.
Gotta go to your place. We're doing a game night.
That's true.
And then I got invited to a different game night in Elizabeth.
One we weren't invited to, Scott. Just to throw that out.
To be fair, not many people were invited to it. I just want to. I want that to be.
It also sounds like
it's exclusive.
It also sounds like it's far away, which is fine by me. And again, I have too much on my schedule right now. Anyway, I couldn't. I'm stressed out. I was telling my wife the other day, I need a day planner for the next 3 weeks that tells me what I'm supposed to be doing every morning, afternoon, and night. Because I just feel like there's too much for us.
You have that available.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's an app for that. Yeah, there's an app for that. I know, but
it's not even. There are many apps. It's just a calendar. It's literally just in your phone, and it exists.
You can use a dry erase.
You don't even have to download anything.
Yeah,
I don't have the time to sit down and put it in there.
It will talk to you as well. Here's the thing. You don't even have to put it in there. You have an iPhone. Just tell Siri to schedule it.
Hey Siri, schedule my life. That's all I've got time for. Hey, speaking of which, we should probably consider it time to start the show. What do you think? I gotta remember how we do this. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
All right, let's see.
Generally, you just stop talking.
Wait to see how we fuck it up.
Nailed it. Hello, and welcome back to Bracketology, the podcast that definitively decides all things tournament bracket style. I am co-host, cover me in gravy, Scott Grubb.
Call me fried chicken. I'm Matt Robinson.
And I am the most smashed potato. Dan Default.
It has been a hot minute since we've done a bracketology episode, and I forgot that we had fun name introductions until right before I was supposed to say one. Anyway.
Can
I
I
forgot
just say real
until
quick?
Scott said his.
Yeah.
But it has been a minute since we've done this, and Scott, I am incredibly impressed that you did not fuck up the intro.
Didn't have it written out in front of me. I just pulled it out. I was like, okay, I know how to do this. This is like riding a bike. And I didn't fall. Look at that. No one bled. Here we are. This week we kick off our 2-episode. We said we were going to workshop the name. We didn't. I don't think we came up with an alternative name. I'm not going to lie. I don't like holiest holiday hors d'oeuvres.
All right.
For being honest.
Why not?
Festive food. Festivest
foods.
Festivest food. This week, we are going to determine, beginning this week, over the next 2 weeks, during this period of time of the course of this bracket, we are going to determine the most festivest food. I like that.
Frankly, Festivus foodiness. I don't fucking know. Just
I
continue.
like it. Perfect. We have, as you may have heard last week in our unbracketed episode, from the behind the scenes part, come up with a list of foods that are both wholesome and heartwarming and comforting, and typically, specifically, holiday thought of. I lost my wording there.
Well, I think that it's important that we recognize that these foods that we have put on this bracket are based around the holiday season that we're currently in.
Correct.
In addition, they're with our experiences, right? As 3 people from America who celebrate traditional American holidays. So if we left things off the bracket,
Yell at
don't know
Scott.
what to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, if we left things off the bracket, just know that this is America and no one else's opinion matters, because that's how this works.
Ooh, I have a hard time even pretending to.
I have a hard time sitting here and supporting hearing someone else say that.
Even in jest. So today we're gonna. What are we gonna do?
We are going to
Tackle the
start.
mains.
We're going to do things a little differently again. We're constantly in this method of playing with the format, which, for the record, is not something you should do on Thanksgiving and Christmas. You stick to the recipes your grandma passed down to you. Don't mess with shit. But anyway, we are going to change up the format a little bit. This time around, we are going to start with just the top part of our bracket, which we designated as like the main course items. Next week, we are going to do the side items. That'll bring us to the best of the best from the mains, best of the best from the sides. And next week, we will determine a winner all in that one episode. But this week, all the top part of our bracket, all of the main course items. We've got turkey versus takeout, pot roast versus prime rib, fried chicken versus beef Wellington, ham versus chicken and dumplings. Gentlemen, where would you like to start? And gentlemen and lady, my friends, where would you like to start?
Start at the top.
The tippy top?
Yeah.
The turkey versus takeout.
Tea battle.
Let's teabag this thing. Wait.
So here's my immediate thought, and I'm just going to get it out there because it's going to give me shit no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like turkey. I think turkey's... It doesn't matter what anybody says. I've tried it multiple ways. Turkey is dry, period. Don't care what anybody says. Nope.
You've tried it wrong. It's not always dry.
If you're always having dry turkey, you're always eating ill-prepared turkey. When turkey is done correctly, it is,
Are you saying that the turkey that I made you for Thanksgiving last year was dry?
I think that's what
I didn't eat the turkey at your Thanksgiving last year because I
didn't
don't
even
like
try.
turkey.
You didn't even try it. It wasn't dry. I'll tell you that right now. My turkey is never dry. I keep my birds wet.
I don't like turkey. With that being said, I recognize the importance of turkey somehow. I still think turkey should be our national bird. Like, I'm with Ben Franklin on that. But I recognize its importance on these holidays, um, for people, Ren fairs, etc. Turkey's a big thing. There are also a lot of people that don't necessarily celebrate these holidays. So takeout does make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's some Chinese food or Indian food or pizza, whatever it may be, like takeout is big for a lot of people. I think that's become a huge tradition for a lot of folks.
Yeah. Or even people that do celebrate the holidays, like, the day before Thanksgiving, nobody really wants to cook because their kitchen is going to be fully purposed for the full next day. Or Christmas Eve is another example where people don't really want to cook and they go out, and that's like their Christmas Eve tradition. And my wife is a perfect example of that. She always went to a Chinese restaurant on Christmas Eve. That being said, though, I don't know if there is a more iconic holiday food on this list than turkey. That's what you always think of when you hear of Thanksgiving or Christmas or those traditional holidays here is a nice, juicy, thick turkey. Um, yeah, and I'm sorry, Matt. I've got to disagree with you. Turkey, when done well, is amazing. And you
Basted and
smother that
roasted,
shit with some gravy. Nom, nom, nom.
smoked,
See, that's the other problem.
deep
Because a
fried.
lot of people that I say I don't like turkey and it's always dry are like, well, just put gravy on it. I shouldn't have to put anything on something,
No,
especially if
you can
it's
have
the
juicy
main thing.
turkey, and the gravy is just a benefit.
I don't like gravy.
Oh my
Unless it's
god,
white sausage gravy with biscuits, I don't want it.
I agree with you there. White sausage gravy is good, but the brown gravy on Thanksgiving, like smathering that on some dressing, that's good eating.
I'm making both. I'm gonna have turkey gravy and brown gravy on my table. You gotta have both. You got one
I'm
for the
gonna get
potatoes,
so
one for the
fat.
yeah. No, I already told the wife like the rest the diet is off for the rest of the year. Like there's just no point. We'll kick it back up in January. Um, I again, I think I'm a little sad for you if I'm being honest because I do feel like you've had some bad turkey experiences in your life that have affected you and are still affecting you today. I think you have PTSD, post traumatic turkey syndrome. I think that you I mean, again, if it's properly brined overnight,
Mm-hmm.
if it's you throw that thing in a deep fryer. I've deep fried the turkey before. Oh my gosh, you can get a
Oh,
great
with the
juicy turkey.
crunchy outside but the
Yeah,
juicy
I think
inside.
I'm smoking mine this year. I'm tempted to deep fry it, but I think I'm gonna smoke it anyway. Um,
Make sure you have a fire extinguisher if you're deep frying your turkeys.
Yeah, if you're gonna deep fry your turkey, PSA, please be super careful. It's extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
I left a giant grease stain in my driveway that was there for like 8 months before it finally washed away.
and that had
Um,
nothing to do with the turkey.
I just while the turkey was cooking, I just laid down in the driveway to wait for a few minutes, and I stood up, and there was a giant me-shaped grease stain. Um, ass. I do think takeout is certainly it's a viable thing to discuss, and it's not to say I'm sure there are plenty of families like your wife's, Dan, that have it as a tradition to get like
Mm-hmm.
a specific takeout or go somewhere specific around the holidays. Um, I'm not minimizing that as a tradition. I think when we talk about this bracket, we kind of have to take into consideration two different things, right? We're taking into consideration the tastiness and our enjoyment of the food, as well as its stake as a traditional item, right? I think takeout again. There are people who have those traditions, and I think it certainly holds a place. Again, the day before Thanksgiving, I think I said it in the last episode, the day before Thanksgiving is like the busiest or excuse me, second or third busiest pizza takeout day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right around like Super Bowl and Halloween are also up there. But like the day before Thanksgiving is a huge one because people are meal prepping for the next day. They don't feel like cooking. They know they're going to be spending all day cooking anyway. So I think it's a viable thing. And again, I think some people have it as a tradition, but like you said, Dan, I mean, when you picture that, like in your head, that picturesque holiday dinner, there's a golden brown turkey sitting right in the middle of the table. I feel like that's
Mm-hmm.
a kind of a standard. So I think there's a reason we have a 1 seed, 8 seed situation here. To me, turkey makes the most sense. Even growing up, I had dry turkey too. My grandmother was a wonderful lady. She was amazing. She couldn't keep a turkey moist. They were dry. But what are you laughing at, Dan?
Nothing. Just a
What's up?
really inappropriate joke I wanted to make, but not doing that about your mama.
Thanks. It was Mima, actually. Mima. Um and even I would take my grandmother's dry turkey, shut up Dan, over Pizza Hut any day. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say turkey.
Dan?
Oh yeah, I'm turkey all the way. I'm trotting my vote right to turkey. Plus, when I was growing up, this is a weird story, but there was not far from my house a turkey farm, and I would oftentimes ride my bike to this turkey farm because I got a real kick out of going up to the fence and going, "Woo!" And they would all in unison do that back to me. And yeah, turkeys are just cool.
So you're the
The
turkey
origin
whisperer.
story. The origin story of Dan's superpowers. Um, Look, turkeys are terrifying in real life. When you're walking out your front door and there are just turkeys on your front porch,
Yep.
terrifying.
Not wrong.
No, don't pet that. They will bite you.
Yeah, they don't have teeth.
Irrelevant. They have sharp ass beaks.
I'll be fine.
As much as I don't like turkey, again, I can recognize its importance in the holidays and say that'll move on. I do, like, if given the option of Chinese food or turkey, I'm gonna take Chinese food, but I will vote for turkey to move it on. What's next?
Next, we have pot roast versus prime rib. It's a very, very beef centered contestants here. But I think prime rib is always good. It's one of the things that I always go for on like the nice buffets. Is again a weird take, but man, the vegetables that are usually found in a pot roast kind of separate it, right? So you at least feel a little healthier eating all this food. I should also mention that I have not eaten today, and all of this conversation is going to make me like I'm salivating thinking about turkey and pot roast right now. It's
Yeah,
bad.
I'm hungry. Um, so carrots. Like,
Hmm.
what other vegetables are you putting in a pot roast?
So, I mean, traditionally you can have carrots, potatoes, onions. Those are normally the ones that I associate, but there's all kinds of variations. I mean, recipes are like buttholes. Everybody's got their own. Some people put mushrooms in there. I think mushrooms are absolutely disgusting.
Recipes are like buttholes. Some people put mushrooms in them.
Exactly.
That's what you
And
just
so,
said.
I don't know. I would throat punch somebody if they served me a pot roast with mushrooms in it.
Recipes are like mushrooms. Everyone's got a different one, and some people put mushrooms in them. Oh, that's got to go on a t-shirt. I think we have our first bracketology t-shirt right there. Recipes are like mushroom, or excuse me,
buttholes.
puddles. Everyone's got one. Some people put mushrooms in theirs. Matt, your aggression towards certain foods, I just
Is understandable with mushrooms. Unless mushrooms are going to make me have a fun trip, I don't want anything to do with them.
See, I don't even want. I don't. Ugh. I don't know that I've ever physically ordered or eaten a prime rib specifically. That's one of my mom's favorite meals. Pot roast, I definitely have gotten in on, and I agree with you. The reason I asked what vegetables is because carrots, onions, and potatoes are about all I've ever seen in them. And so you said, so that gives you an idea of being healthier. And I'm like, I don't know if it does. But I do like a pot roast. I'm not eating beef currently to try to get my health better, but out of these two, I probably would go pot roast, mainly just because prime rib it never hit for me very well. And I think I've said this before and gotten shit for it many times.
I believe it.
I never want a steak.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm kind of on that same page as well. Like my wife and I like to eat out a lot. Like we tend to do it probably more frequently than we should. But it's never like there's very rarely ever an instance where I'm like craving a steak, or even for that matter, like we go somewhere and that's the first thing I look at the menu.
Ugh.
It's not typically like my go-to thing. Even if we go to like a steakhouse like Texas Roadhouse, I'm getting the ribs.
See, and I'll get a
Wow.
burger at Texas Roadkill. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I
just,
don't know what you
Roadkill?
mean.
yeah. So, but it's just one of those things that, like, I'm never going to turn away a steak if it's offered to me or given
Mhm.
to me, but I'm never like wanting it. Like, it's never the first thing, like you said, that I'm looking at on the menu or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm the exact opposite. I love steak.
See, I need something more complex than a steak. Steak's just meat flavor. That's it. I like the
And
barbecue on the ribs.
it can be good. Don't
Sure.
get us wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A steak can be really good, but it is one note. It is very much
Even if I get a steak, I'm that guy who like cuts the piece of steak and then like gets a scoop of mashed potato and then stabs the steak and eats the steak and
Just
potato
to-
at the same time.
just to get that
Yeah.
separation.
I'm
of
too
flavors,
ADD
yeah.
for just steak. I do think though in this scenario, I think pot roast brings that complexity a little bit, but I feel like prime rib has the stronger Festivus connection for me. I feel like prime rib in my mind is a bit more of a stereotypical holiday meal. Like I think it has a strong association with Christmas dinner. A lot of people do prime ribs, I feel like.
I
And
think
maybe pot
that's
roast too, but I feel like prime rib is a stronger association in my head.
when I think of pot roast for the holidays, I'm thinking back to, ye oldie times and stuff like Christmas Carol with little Tiny Tim and
Right.
stuff like that. Like, you
Like
know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking of that
like
kind
Dan's
of
age
Christmas.
range. Yeah, Dan's age range.
Yeah, like 1910s,
Yeah.
1920s, where turkeys aren't just wildly showing up on your doorstep. Um,
It's exactly when they would show up on your doorstep.
but I do think I think that that's a fair take. I just would prefer a pot roast. I think is
Sure.
really what it comes down to. So those are our votes.
What is your vote? Man, you went last time. Start this one.
Yeah, I'd go pot roast.
Dan.
I'm also going pot roast. For me, when I think of prime rib, my first thought is like a casino buffet, right? And
Didn't
that's
you
not
say
even
good buffet.
well. I mean, look, dude, some casino buffets are really good.
Yeah, just soaked in cigarette smoke.
There's a lot of places like up in Blackhawk you
Not-
can't even smoke.
I say not in
inside.
2025. Now they're covered in
Yeah.
vape juice.
No, Vegas apparently. Sorry, people I work with just got back from Vegas. Apparently, it's still clouds. Anyway,
I believe
continue.
it.
But yeah,
All right.
that's my first thought when I think of prime rib. Pot roast is where I'm going.
I think just for the posterity of my vote, between the two, I probably would prefer a pot roast at just face value. I think the size of the prime rib would make a big difference. But I think prime rib would get my vote just because I think it's got more of an association. My vote doesn't count for anything, but just throwing it out there.
It counts for us in here.
In your heart of hearts,
Mm-hmm.
in your All right. Up next, fried chicken versus beef Wellington.
So this is one that I don't have any experience in from a holiday perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I love fried chicken. I think fried chicken is one of the most incredible foods ever created.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you to Colonel Sanders for inventing it.
Yep. Thank you to the Colonel and his 8 herbs and spices.
11.
10 herbs
11.
11 herbs
11.
and look, my brain's not exactly working all the way. Beef Wellington, never had. I never have had it.
Really?
Yeah. Have you had beef Wellington?
Yeah.
Scott, have you had beef Wellington?
I have not actually had beef Wellington.
Okay. I was like, I can't be the only one that's never had it. However, going back to Scott's like argument in the previous one, I do think beef Wellington screams a little bit more holiday, in my opinion. And I think part of that is that when I think of beef Wellington, I think of England. And when I think of England, I think of Christmas. I don't know why.
I think we get fed a lot of, like, I think a lot of our Christmas media has that. Like, again, you think of Christmas Carol and Dickens, like that's got that kind of feel to it. The Harry Potter series has a huge Christmas, I think, association as well. I think we get some of that from it there. And I don't think that fried chicken has a strong holiday tie-in here in America as it does in other countries. In Japan, it's huge for Christmas. I do think it's beef Wellington's kind of been presented to us as a holiday thing. Fun fact: KFC on Twitter follows only 11 people. It's the Spice Girls and a bunch of guys named Herb.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I like
Is that still active?
It's still a
Is that
thing. Yep. Still,
yeah.
I just checked it. Yeah, they still follow 11 people, a bunch of herbs and spices. That's it.
Good for them.
Yeah, I think
Sticking to the bit.
yeah, commitment. I mean, from a food preference standpoint, fried chicken comes out on top. The holiday association is stronger with beef Wellington, though. So
I
this is
agree.
kind of
And being the only person that has actually had beef Wellington, I can attest beef Wellingtons are really good, especially if they're well cooked. If the meat is cooked well, the pastry that they have wrapped it in. And it's funny that we just finished a conversation about how bad mushrooms are, but mushrooms are a prevalent note. But they're not like the full slice of those nasty things. It's kind of like a pate. Um, Again, my preference would be fried chicken, but beef Wellington is good and is more traditional holiday.
You just said that beef Wellington is composed of a mushroom pate, and Matt went from having never had beef Wellington to never will have beef Wellington. Yeah.
Unless they can remove the mushroom pate, because the rest of it sounds fucking incredible. So beef Wellington is a classic English dish featuring a seared beef tenderloin, so a whole ass beef tenderloin, coated with mushroom paste, and prosciutto.
Yeah.
Then wrapped in a puff pastry and baked until golden brown. So if you could just remove the mushroom paste, maybe replace it with a prosciutto paste and then wrap it in prosciutto, I'm here. I'll do it. Either way, beef Wellington does feel more. So voted for beef Wellington.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I think it wins over on the festive side of things, just because fried chicken can be such an everyday thing.
And beef Wellington is really good. I do recommend that you all try it.
Matt will not try it.
I know.
Unless it comes without mushroom stuff. All right, up to our first round matchup of the day. Ham versus chicken and dumplings. Now I want to throw this out here because I don't like turkey. Ham is my go-to for holiday meats. I also think that it belongs at every holiday. Period. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, New Year's, birthdays, Labor Day. I fucking love ham. Ham is delicious. Is there going to be a ham at your place, Scott, or will I have to go buy my own ham and bring it down?
If you'd like to bring a ham, then we will have 2 hams. Which is maybe enough. No, we'll have ham. We'll have ham.
I love ham, especially with the Thanksgiving like spread. Like it just works so well with everything that potatoes, green beans,
Cheesy
cheese.
green beans.
I'm gonna regret inviting you because now, I was already planning on making turkey and ham because we enjoy both as well. We'll get like a turkey breast and then like a not a full size turkey because we don't eat that much of it, and then we'll get like the ham. But now I'm gonna have to make two different things of green beans, and I'm gonna have to make
I can
because
make my own green
gotta
beans.
make cheesy green bean or no, excuse
No,
me, green beans and quote unquote cheese.
thank you.
Yeah, gosh, you are something else, and you're not gonna eat my sweet potatoes. You're the worst. Anyway,
Now, I do love chicken and dumplings. I do.
I love making chicken and dumplings, making
It,
my own.
they're somewhat they're what's the right way to put this? I think they're closer to the beginner scale of like a high end dish that just about anybody can make. Like it's not too difficult to make chicken and dumplings, but when you do, it's good.
There's all kinds of ways to make chicken and dumplings too. You
Yep,
can
sure.
go all like I've gone from the extreme of like literally cooking the chicken from raw and using the bone to make my own broth and like I mean the full gamut to also like simplifying it using the pre-made chicken stock and a rotisserie chicken. Like you can make it as difficult or as easy as you want. Either way, you're still going to get a good product, I feel like. But ham is ham, and it's hammy.
Dude, I love ham. Like of all forms, it's my favorite breakfast meat. So I love it for holidays because of leftovers. It's great on its own. Honey ham just adds that sweetness to the salty that exists within ham. It's just so
ham.
good.
I love a good brown sugar glaze.
Yeah.
Brown sugar glaze helps as well. I mean, honestly, I'd fuck a ham.
Wow.
It's already got the little
bone.
hole in there.
Just take the bone out.
And then put a
Now,
bone in.
I'm never eating a ham prepared by Matt. Just
I don't think I don't think chicken and dumplings has the holiday association strong enough for me either.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a cold weather food. Tell me that there is snow on the forecast and I'm getting the ingredients to make chicken and dumplings or chili, one of the two. But either way, like it's definitely a snowy day food that I will happily sit next to a fireplace and watch it snow outside while it fills me up with warmth on the inside. But when when somebody says to me Thanksgiving dinner, I picture a big turkey in the middle of the table. When somebody says to me Christmas dinner, I picture a big ham in the middle of the table. Either way, ham's going to be present at both for me, and I think it wins out. Definitely on the holiday association, it might have a slight edge for tastiness too, just depending on who makes the chicken and dumplings and how.
Yeah. So that's 2 votes ham.
I'm going ham too.
I fucking
It's
love
just
ham,
it's such a quintessential. Wow.
Whoa.
Fuck that up. Quintessential
and I'm the one that's
food for the holidays. You can't not go with ham.
Yeah, you gotta. All right, we're getting a little long on this. Let's move it along here. Up next, we're gonna move right into round 2. We're gonna keep it going with these turkey versus pot roast.
I think we can keep this one fairly straightforward. I think we know what the final of the mains has to be.
Yeah.
So turkey gets the vote. I mean, it's the most holiday-esque food that out of these two easily.
Yeah, I'm not going to be upset if somebody serves me a pot roast, but it's turkey over pot roast.
I do love the potatoes when they've been sitting there soaking in pot roast juices.
Well, and the carrots too, because the carrots kind of pop with flavor. But we've got to go turkey. Like turkey's got to be the meat.
So my favorite. This is irrelevant to anything, but I was showing it to people at work the other day. My absolute. So I like bloopers, and I'll watch news bloopers, but then I'll also watch like funny game show moments. One of the best Family Fortune, because it was the British version of Family Feud, clips that ever existed is this guy who answers turkey to the first 3 questions on Fast Money. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's so funny. Name the first thing that you get when you walk into a grocery store. Turkey. Name something you take to a beach. Turkey. Name something that, whatever. It's just so fucking funny. Yeah, turkey.
All right. Beef Wellington and ham.
Again, I think we know where this needs to go. Ham is the correct
It's the right answer.
I mean, it is. I like prosciutto and puff pastry.
And
meat.
tenderloin.
Yeah,
It's just the mushrooms that does it for you.
mushrooms.
But he's
definitely-
never
I mean,
he's never had it.
I'm gonna force him to eat some turkey when he's at my place next week.
Mhm.
Like you at
Some
least have to
good,
try a slice. I'm gonna
moist.
I'm smoking that thing. Do you realize how long that's gonna take? I
at
won't
least
accept that.
17 minutes.
At least, yeah, that's technically you're correct. I won't stand for that kind of rudeness. You're gonna try a sliver. Yeah, no, it's. I think again, when we picture the quintessential meals, it's ham and turkey on those tables. So
Ham.
now we get to the controversy. Now is when it gets hot.
So turkey versus ham. Now I'm going to get my thoughts out there because they're not going to be a surprise to anybody, and I think I might be outvoted here. Ham is the superior holiday food, in my opinion. It is better. It tastes better. It makes the house smell good. Love a ham smell.
Oh, ham
permeating
candle.
through a house. Yeah, man. It is, in my opinion, again, also the best leftover. Like, I do think that it is the best leftover from the holidays because I can make sandwiches with it. I can just warm it back up. I can use it for breakfasts. Like, I truly think that ham is superior to turkey in every possible way.
Dan.
I have to disagree with you on 2 things. One, it's not the best meat in every possible way because turkey is healthier than ham. And 2, ham sells more. Nearly 90% of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Turkey sales in that 4 weeks before Thanksgiving are typically double that of ham, according
What
to
does that
my
have to do
Google.
with ham selling more?
No, turkey sells more than ham.
Oh.
I'm refuting your points.
I didn't say that it sells more than turkey.
You
I
said
I'm
that
gonna get
ham was
shit for it.
better than turkey in every conceivable way. There are 2 ways that I just told you where turkey is better than ham.
I would counter your 2 points, Dan, with this. One, the fact that the turkey sells better than the ham, I think is evidence of the point that the ham is just more intelligent. The pigs aren't out here getting killed at the holidays like the turkeys are. Those damn dumb turkeys gotten themselves killed. That makes the ham smarter.
It's because
Second,
they come up to your front door.
exactly. They come right up to you. No joke.
I've never seen a pigs on my porch.
When I was
I've
a
never seen a
kid,
pigs.
growing up, I lived like in the woods, like in the deep woods. And there was one morning I went to go get the mail. We had to like a long gravel driveway at the bottom of the hill. There was our mailbox. And we went out to go get the mail one morning and there were 26 turkeys in our driveway between our house and the mailbox. And I just had to wait for them to leave. I wasn't going to meet 1 versus 26. I wasn't about to take that fight. But they were just sitting there waiting to be slaughtered and eaten. The ham is smarter. They have not been subjected to this. They've been able to keep themselves alive for the holiday season. And then also your point that turkey's healthier. Everyone knows that holiday calories don't count, so it's irrelevant.
Yep. In addition, I'm going to go back to my leftover argument because ham provides so many options for leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, and this is something as a young
Whippersnapper,
confused boy, my dad would always make or have my mom make ham hock and beans after we have a ham, where you just have the leftover, the bone and the remnants of it
Mm-hmm.
as a ham hock, and you'd put that into something, and then a bunch of beans. And my dad loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much you can do with ham after the holidays, and it continues to give you holiday vibes.
I would much rather have a leftover ham biscuit the next day than a leftover turkey biscuit. And look, 2 or 3 days out from Thanksgiving, I'm dicing that ham up into little pieces, making it into an omelet. Like, yeah, sign me up. All right, official votes. Matt, we know where you're at. Dan?
Ham.
I'm honestly on the fence because there is a lot of versatility to ham, but turkey it's more traditional, it's more iconic in terms of the holidays. So I feel like I'm going to be outvoted, but I'm going to say turkey.
I like how you both feel like you're going to be outvoted. I'm the wild card here. I'm unpredictable.
Yeah, you're like the American settlers who fucked over the Native Americans when they decided that turkey needs to be eaten every year.
I feel like you're making assumptions that I'm going to vote against you. Turkey,
I'm just making more arguments.
Turkey is the essential holiday item. It is the picturesque item. If you look at any advertisement in the last 50 years that revolve around the idea of making holiday dinner, it is going to have a turkey front and center and present and prevalent. When the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicks off, it's going to have that same ugly turkey it's had since the 1940s right up front with its weird long neck and round head and all that. It is the essential holiday item. With that being said, we've been conditioned by these advertising companies, and it's time we fight back against the man. I like turkey. It's going to be at both my Thanksgiving and my Christmas. However, I'm going to eat more ham. I'm going to eat more ham the day of. I'm going to eat more ham for the days following after. It belongs on every table at the holiday season. It still has the very strong holiday association, which I think makes it a Festivest food. And on top of that, it's more deliciouser. And I don't give a damn what the calorie count is. My vote goes for ham.
Do we so I agree, right? The holiday or the commercials and things like that always make it seem like turkey. Do you know those little white chef hats that they put on the turkey legs?
Oh yeah, for the feet.
Yeah.
Have you ever used those?
No, never.
Have you ever seen those actually on a turkey, or are they just
Not in real life? I have cartoons. I've seen it in cartoons.
Yeah, I've never seen it in real life.
It is irrelevant to just about anything, but honestly, I truly wonder what the purpose of that is.
I think it's so the bone doesn't get burnt and it's more presentable.
Is that what it is?
That's my guess. I don't know. Or it's to cover up the bone. So I don't know. Anyway, let's look it up in the meantime. We have that's it. We've determined the quintessence. If you're only going to have 2 items on your table at the holiday season, one of them has to be ham. Next week, we will determine what is the quintessential side item to go along with that ham. And then in the end, we're going to determine which item is best. So you got that to look forward to next week.
Then we're gonna eat.
And then we're going to eat. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's not really true. This is going to come out in the midst of that. We're going to eat in between these 2 episodes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna eat once we are done recording these 2 episodes.
That's fair. That's fair. Taco Bell's not on this list anywhere.
Takeout.
Oh, that's a fair point. All right. That it for this one? I think so.
We did an episode.
We got it. As always,
That's
we want to thank Aaron O'Donnell from Aaron O'Donnell Music for the track you hear at the beginning and end of every episode. We want to thank all of the bracketeers out there who have revisited us here in bracketology as we return to form. Thanks for listening. Dan, you look like you had something there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we should send Aaron O'Donnell from Aaron O'Donnell Music a holiday card.
We'll put him on the bracketology official holiday card mailing list. Absolutely. Yeah. As entrant number 1. We want to thank, I already thanked the bracketeers. I don't want to thank anyone else. Fuck everyone else. If you're not listening, fuck you. You didn't
Happy
hear that,
Thanksgiving tomorrow by the time you're listening to this.
I was super aggressive and this does come out the day before Thanksgiving. This is our special Thanksgiving episode. Family friendly. Thanks for listening,
Yay.
everyone. We're thankful for you. Hey, you know what? This is the thing. This is the episode prior to Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? That should have been the cold open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for estrogen.
That's, you sounded so sad. You sounded like the estrogen was really hitting you when you said that.
I had like a frog in my throat. I'm also I don't know. I'm thankful for all kinds of things. I'm thankful for you two. I'm thankful. Honestly, this is what I'm most thankful for this year. I am thankful that I have surrounded myself with the most supportive, incredibly kind people, even people that don't necessarily understand things that I'm going through are willing to look it up, to understand it, to ask questions. And I am thankful that I have put myself in a position to be supported by so many people.
How,
Yeah, follow that up, bitch.
I was gonna say I was thankful for Fortnite. Now I feel like a loser.
Thankful for Xbox Game Pass.
I'm thankful for Xbox Game Pass. I mean, look, I'm thankful for you all as well. We live in a crazy world and crazy times, and it's nice to have people that I can just be myself around, and I can rant and rave and bitch and moan and laugh and have fun with. And yeah, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for my family, for my little crazy babies that drive me nuts all the time. Thankful for them. Wouldn't change a thing, except for maybe the attitude and the screaming.
And their bedtime.
And bedtime. But okay, yeah, I would change the sleeping situation. That's for sure. Uh, but thankful for every little thing. And my wife, she's the best. Thankful for her. Save the best for last.
I don't know if that no, but I will go last. I'm thankful, honestly, for you two. I think this has been a pretty difficult year all around, not just for the three of us in different areas, but also for the country and for the world. And it's nice to have a place where I can go talk, and even in the tough times, find a reason to laugh and someone to laugh with. And I think you all provide that, whether we're doing these recordings or playing video games or even in the Discord, just talking to each other. And the amount of times that you all have made my day immensely better because of our shared sense of twisted humor. Very thankful for that. I'm thankful for the family that I am getting ready to go see, the holiday traditions that we have, and then last but certainly not least, I am absolutely thankful for my wife. She is the rock on which my life is built, because it has, again, been a very difficult year. And without her support and love, I don't know if I would have been able to make it through. And everything feels possible because I know she's got my back. So, yeah, a lot to be thankful for. Also, I'm thankful for all 7 of our listeners that listen to us every week. We really appreciate you. You're like our own little turkey family. Thank you for being here.
I have one additional thing that I want to say I'm thankful for, and it's the coins that Scott is stacking as Dan is rattling off his.
He's just stacking poker chips.
My ADD and OCD kicked in. I'm not thankful for those either.
Well, thank you all for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
If you celebrate. If not,
fucking colonizers.
Fuck yeah. Just because we celebrate, it's mainly for the food. Fuck the colonizers.
Yeah. Yep. It's definitely food and family for me.
Yep.
Cover me in gravy. I've been Scott.
I am fried chicken, Matt.
And I'm still the most smashed potato, Dan.
Bye-bye.